What's up, gang? We have made another road trip. We're down here in St. Augustine. I'm hanging out with my man, Chef Rob DeGrassi. We're inside the Hotel Casa Monica. But we came here because we're normally talking food, Costa Brava, but things done change.
Yep, a little bit changed over here.
So typically, Jana handles interior, fashion, decor, but you know what? Let's flip the script. So, Chef, you guys have done some amazing work in here. Please, let's walk and explore.
Yeah, of course. So this whole lounge and restaurant area it's all new. You know, we got the beautiful gold painted wall over there. We got some new flooring, all new decor, more gold up top there. This whole bar was gutted and remodeled. We have all this beautiful Moroccan style decor that actually came from Morocco. And it's all new. You know,
people might know you guys were like really heavy on the Spanish influence when it came to like the menu, the decor. Now we're going with a little bit more of a Moroccan theme.
Yeah, so the hotel had a lot of Moroccan feel to it. And when we were, you know, that Spanish, you know, style of restaurant, we flipped the script, as you said.
Yeah.
So we have a lot more Moroccan influence. We have a lot more Moroccan flavors on the menu, but still keeping that traditional, you know, still some Spanish flair in there. But obviously we're in Florida, so we threw a ton of seafood on the menu, and it's actually been a great hit so far.
So you guys have also created like a little wine experience. I shouldn't say little. You guys have created a major wine experience. Tell me about that room.
So we, for sure, right over here, we have a beautiful PDR and a new wine room with the wine walls. It holds about 450 bottles of wine that you're able to, you know, order by the glass or get whole. It's fantastic. This room is completely revamped and it's gorgeous.
So are you guys going to be serving food here? Is this somewhere like, marketing, tasting, wine tastings?
We can do wine tastings. We can do private dinners in here when we're extra busy in the restaurant. This is our overflow, so this room is going to get utilized for a lot of different things.
I like it. I like it. And when we step out into the main area over here, this look like it's got some it's kind of romantic,
yeah.
If I want to put it out there, you know, that might be a little awkward. But, but no, I mean, it's got like such a nice ambiance. Can you tell me a little about this?
So we got that beautiful blue that goes all around here. All of this is all brand new, all that Moroccan flair. We got some Moroccan lanterns over here. And like you said, the ambiance it's completely different than what it was. You know, you have more of a romantic feel to it, but I mean, it's still just a great spot to come, you know, and eat off the streets. You know, you don't have to be a hotel guest to come here. We're open to the public, so it's a great spot. And then we have another private dining room all the way in the back over there, kind of the same thing, without the wine wall in here.
I like the architecture, and then the art especially, it speaks to me, and it all fits so well and flows so well.
It's all hand done, you know, it's been open for about 2 weeks now, and it's been great.
All right, well, I'm gonna keep walking around a little bit, but you know what? Hand off, Jana. You're up. Food.
Rance, thank you for showing us around, giving us the ambiance and setting the stage. But now we are going to focus from stage to plates here. And I am here with Chef Rob, who's going to be talking through the entire new menu. Now, Chef, it took you a long time to get to this point where we have beautiful new plates. Everything's brand new. And we're going to talk about some of those challenges that you faced along the way.
Sure.
But first of all, we have to look at the beautiful final and finished product.
All right, so this is just a couple of our features that we do have on the menu, which I am super proud of. Like I said before, we are, you know, a coastal chophouse, but the coastal being fish because we're in Florida and we're right by the sea, so we are very seafood heavy. So first we have a beautiful Key West shrimp cocktail. This is with a homemade datil cocktail sauce. Finish it with a beautiful lemon dust, which is just dehydrated lemon zest, but actually will brighten up any dish. Over here we have a Spanish octopus with pork belly. Underneath it you're gonna find a beautiful romesco sauce, some tomato jam, some crushed McConnell almonds, and a beautiful drizzle of a basil oil for a nice green on the plate. This one is one of my favorites. This looks beautiful. It just reminds me of down south in the Keys. You got a amazing tuna tartare. Now, typical tuna tartares are very Asian influenced. We didn't go that route. We kept it with that traditional Spanish style flavor. So you actually have a pickled apple compote with capers and Casteltrano olives. You got a datil aioli, and then of course the crunch, some plantain chip.
All right, so Chef Rob, we left off with the plantain chips. Now, this is a really interesting texture choice. What is this here to complement?
So it actually gives the crunch to the dish with the tuna. So you actually scoop up the tuna with the plantain chip. The plantain is going to have that little sweetness to it to go along with the saltiness of the tuna.
Fantastic. All right. Now, again, I'm not typically a fish girly, but anything you make, I always adore. So what have you plated up for us here?
So over here is one of our signature fish entrees. So this is fresh Florida Grouper, pan-seared to perfection. And then you got a beautiful, very silky butternut squash puree in the bottom, a pickled butternut squash mostarda to go on top. So you got that little bit of fattiness to go along with the fish. And then you got some crunch of some pistachios right on top. And finally, we have one of our signature steaks. This is a 16-ounce prime ribeye. So, you're not leaving hungry eating that thing.
Well, listen, when you're taking these walking tours around St. Augustine, or let's just say you're popping in for dinner, there's really something for everybody, no matter what time of the day that you are coming through. Now, one thing I always like to ask chefs, and it's always a tough question because it's like picking your favorite child. Do you have a favorite menu item?
I would say the steaks. I absolutely love grilling, and so that's one of the things that we're doing, trying to showcase here is our grills. So, our steaks, they're very high end. We're finishing them with either garlic herb butter or truffle butter, and then we have a ton of accompaniments that you can add to any steak that you want. We have our own Cordova steak sauce. You can finish it with a Bernaise style. We have a crab Oscar filet, lobster tail. So there's a ton of things that you can add to that dish. And then of course we have family style sides to go along with everything you choose.
Something I really want to frame for all of our viewers at home is the fact that, yes, this is a restaurant inside a hotel, but this is not just a hotel restaurant. This is really a customized, beautiful experience, especially with all of the new finishings. I said to you when I came in, this is what it was always meant to look like in my head because it's so true to the nature of the food, but also the history of the building and what its original influences were. So when you took the food and then you obviously went behind the bar to make sure you had cocktails that matched it, what did that process look like?
Well, that was me getting with Phil that you saw earlier. It's just, having the menu and then, the flavor profiles and getting with him and what kind of cocktails would, go with each dish. And that's where he got creative and, kind of worked with the flavor profiles that I was doing and then how to counterbalance that with the cocktails that we're presenting.
And I also love the attention to detail when it came to colorization of the food. So all of the plating and all of the color matching that went involved, because the new vibe is very sexy. It's darker, it's deeper, but all of your plating is so vibrant. It's so unique. It's so fresh. How did you want to find that balance when it came to really setting food on the table?
Well, that's really just, working through the dishes and, when you have in your head what the dish you want to present, it's just how is it going to be accompanied and then what the garnishes are. And the garnishes are really, what, accents the food. Like here we have that beautiful green basil oil. Over here on top of the tuna, we have this beautiful, ocean micro mix. And it's just those certain things that really, the colors that just make the rest of the dish pop.
I love when art is incorporated into the kitchen because, again, you are experiencing Cordova from the first arch all the way back to when you're seated at your table. Now, one thing Rance and I have been working on a lot is sharing. But before we dive into that sharing, I want to talk about some of the adversity and challenges that you actually faced just getting to this point. You never stopped in operation, but can you tell us what your team went through this summer just to make sure that we could have this experience here now?
Yeah, so when they were actually renovating the restaurant over here, they're also doing my kitchen, which was fantastic and I love. But we spent about 1 month in a food truck outside to make sure that we were still servicing everyone, in the lounge, that we're still able to, prepare them food and give them a high quality meal.
Chef, again, like I said, I've got a rule where I got to share with Rance, especially since this was his idea. I knew he was coming.
Oh yeah,
it was coming. Like, not.
I've been rolling. My baby is on fire.
We always joke and say this is the toughest part of the shoot. Whoever's doing the interview, we're trying to be professionals. I mean, because that's what we're about. We're River City Live, professional. Highlight the community. That's right. Consummate professionals, but then we're also about snacking.
So he kept cutting eyes over. He's like, man, he's a vulture. He's ready to pounce on this. This looks amazing. So I'm going in. Tuna Tartare.
All right. Now, again, I always try something new, right? So I'm gonna go fish first. My mom's gonna be so proud of me when she watches this. But this looks so flaky.
Yeah, grouper is a beautiful, fatty white fish. It's just, anything you kind of can accompany with it, and it'll work.
Update, I like fish.
As long as you don't make it, right? I'm nothing against your cooking skills, but...
Listen, we all know I make reservations. That's my specialty.
Ooh, this is nice. The technique that they use to make the tartare and cut it into the little chunks, amazing. And that plantain chip sets it off. You get some of that salty. It gives you a little extra sweet.
I love how this is nice and crispy on the outside. Like you said, it's really flaky on the inside. And this butternut sprout is soaking. It's beautiful, right? I'm glad we took all the pictures for me. I've been here.
I can eat the flowers, right? Or the veggies?
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay. You're in charge of getting the shrimp and the pork belly. I'm going to cut up the steak because if Chef says that's his favorite, we are not missing it. Oh, that's like butter.
That's a butternut.
I was ready to struggle with it.
That's a butternut.
I was like, man, I don't know what I'm going to cut this with, but this is totally fine. Cool. I could have cut this with a spoon.
And I'm going to go in on this octopus. Should I eat the octopus by itself?
So I actually like doing a piece of octopus with the pork belly. Yeah, best of both worlds.
All right.
See, get a little lamb.
I'm going a little garlic butter with this steak.
So the octopus is tender too. Like really tender. In the blend with the pork belly and the octopus.
I shouldn't share with you, but I will, because this is your idea.
This is what he's been waiting for the entire time since he got here.
I mean, that's epic. That's epic, Chef. Feeling good. It's fine. Y'all hug it out. I'll be over here.
You guys want to come down here for a special occasion, make your reservations early because it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah, we're filling up fast now.
Oh, baby, I'm working.
Vaughn, to answer your question, yes, I'm in my happy place.
All right. You said it. Bye. We'll see ya. We got stuff to do, business to handle.
Cheers, y'all.